Hey everybody, welcome to Three Song Thursday number 6. How'd you like the countdown? Did that actually work? I'm just curious. I'm just curious if that actually worked. We'll hang out a little bit more to get some other people involved here, see if other people can find us, and then we'll get started with some music. I see we have it was so funny. Thank you for coming, by the way. Thank you for liking and sharing and being here with me for these once a week things. Oh, there you are. There's the hi, Candace. Hi, Gavin. Hey, Frank. Nancy, neighbor Nancy. Yay! I love it. So this is fun. I want to say one thing. It's my mother's birthday today, and I did not realize. I have a few shrines around the house, the new house, to her. Some medium sized, some smaller. But like her little business card is on the refrigerator, that kind of thing. That's a small one. But if I had thought that Thursday was falling on October 14th, I would have dedicated this whole show to her and given her a 3-song tribute. But it was too late, and so I'm going to do that next week. And this week we're just going to go ahead with what we've got. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for commenting on the countdown. The countdown was thrilling. That is, I think you're going over the top there, Hi, Craig. Hi, Anne. Hi, Deborah. Wow. It got to 16 before I went to live. That's interesting. That's good to know. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So we are here. A bunch of you are here, and I appreciate that. I am gonna start off today with a song that I wrote with the great Paul Zollo, and the Nearness of You, read Garland. And I wrote a lot about this in the email and in the post because I feel like this song represents a lot of what Paul and I do so well together. We give each other the best of what we've got. And I still remember being at my home in Pinecliff, at Pinecliff Trail in Colorado, and getting this email with this lyric in it and just being kind of stunned. I had a songwriter friend who was visiting me, and I just made her listen as I read the email that Paul had just sent. And the sun is lemon soda, but the bebop moon is blue, and Red Garland's at the piano playing the Nearness of You. And I just thought, how lucky am I? How lucky am I to be writing songs with this amazing lyricist, an amazing artist. So this will just go out to Paul tonight, and let's get started. Stars are working overtime. The full moon is on fire. Miles swings at taxis with a huckleberry briar. John Coltrane is laughing and Philly Joe is too. And Red Garland's playing Stardust on a piano painted blue. Pack of Viceroy's orange peel, empty birdcage swinging. On any day in Harlem, Lady Day just might be singing. Byrd is playing crazy fast, sax fresh out of Hawk, and Red's at the piano like the inside of a clock. And the sun is lemon soda, but the bebop moon is blue, and Red Garland's at the piano playing the Nearness of You, playing the Nearness of You. Born in Dallas, Texas, in midst of prohibition, his daddy worked on elevators, his mama on a mission to educate her only son, shine his only shoes, and Red's at the piano discovering the blues. fire engine, Hershey bar, big radio bringing big band jazz from Hollywood, the sound of Ella singing. Once he was a welterweight boxer in the ring. He got knocked out by Sugar Ray before he learned to swing. And the sun is lemon soda, but the bebop moon is blue, and red garlands at the piano, playing the nearness of you, playing the nearness of you. So take your sorry mittens off, let your hands be chilly, with Byrd and Fats Navarro at the downbeat down in Philly. Miles says play sparse and quiet, like Ahmad Jamal. Ain't no need for a riot red, leave your work boots in the hall. And the sun is lemon soda, but the bebop moon is blue, and red garlands at the piano, playing the nearness of you, playing the nearness of you. Yay. Hey, thank you. Nice to see you. Tears from Paul Zollo. Oh, how could we do that? How could we make that happen? I love you too, Paul. Wow. Very special. Very special. You know, I was, you know, I also thought about that song the other day. I was thinking about how well we did recording that over with Billy Crockett, and we had Joel Guzman from Paul Simon's band, and we had Roscoe Beck from Leonard Cohen's band, and it was just it's a song about a bunch of incredible musicians, but it was the track was played on by a bunch of incredible musicians, so that was pretty special. Hi, Elise. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. But I was going to say that a couple of, not a couple weeks ago, but 1 week ago, I noticed that on this broadcast, I saw Steve Palatnik, Michael Tisserand, and not just Steve and Michael, but also, who was the other guy? Anyway, all my liner notes guys were on here. Bill O'Neill. How could I not think of Bill's name? Anyway, so I thought if we had Rod Waller and Mark Polonsky, then we would have the liner note writers of my first 5 albums, which I thought was interesting. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think that's interesting. Paul, sending me messages here. Oh, Roscoe wrote you to say he liked the song. I remember that. Yeah, that's pretty great. Because he's pretty great, you know. Oh, I have to say, Michael Tisserand is here, and I've got at least one of his books up here, I know. Here it is. Is it in the People I Know writing books, or is it in the music books? I wasn't sure, but this is the one I have available on my shelf, although Michael's written it. This got the Taylor Deems ASCAP Award for music books. This is kind of the one book on the history of Zydeco, and the one book that you should have. Michael's new stuff also got awards about George Harriman, the cartoonist, which is pretty crazy. But thank you, Michael, for being here. And I'm going to play, this was a request. Have not played this in some years, lots of years. I heard that Keats said it's not poetry unless it flows out of your soul onto the page or something. Something like that. Something I'm paraphrasing, but probably badly. But this song probably more than any song I've written came out kind of that way. It just, boop, there it was on the page. And and so I'm going to play it for you today. It's from the Traveler's Code album, and we recorded it in Adrian Byrd's kitchen in College Station, Texas, after the whole album had been produced and recorded. But I went into Adrian's kitchen, and we just guitar vocal, and we liked it so much that it was just right there on the album in between all those very produced tracks. Again, a request. It's called True as the River. I stand before you, naked before you, no clothing over me to cover what I was before you. My skin is falling from me, it's falling. Don't try to catch it, let it hit the ground. Let's see what matters. And my bones are shining, bright but not broken. You can hold on to them, climb up to the sky on them. My heart is beating, look how it's beating, open and messy, strong and correct like water. True as the river, I stand before you, naked before you. True as the river. Long time. What songs did Keats ever write? Paul Zollo, you're funny. You are a funny man. Oh, well, there's all the tip jar stuff. Thank you guys for any tip jar stuff. Let's see. Got one more, and this is from 3-Song Thursday number 4, which kind of exploded and didn't really happen. So I'm giving the songs from that week one at a time. A new showing. Thank you, Annie. But I got this last one, and a lot has been said about this. We love this Dave Carter song. One of the great ones, for sure. And you know, it was almost like it was a cliche to cover this, so I resisted it for a long time. But the song held its ground, and eventually, I just had to play it. The song won. So I texted Tracy Grammer yesterday, and I asked her what can I say new about the song. And one of the things Tracy said was that it's the most covered Dave Carter song, that people have been born, married, and buried to this song. And I thought, cool. And then I thought, has anybody been like all three of those things? I kind of doubt it, but maybe someday. And the other thing she says, and I'll have to read it, but it's, I said, is there anything that nobody knows about the song, something new? And she says, well, I guess there's this. Loyola physics professor Gregory Darryl wrote a book entitled The Only Sacred Ground, Scientific Materialism and a Sacred View of Nature Within the Framework of the Complementarity. That's the word. I've never seen that word. But Tracy says he quotes the lyrics on the first page and credits Dave for the title inspiration. I can totally see Dave coming up with that 7-syllable word. Yeah, I can see that. And then Tracy says, I bet your audience doesn't know that. And I would say, I bet they don't. But hi, Elise. Yes, It's really something to have Dave's sister here watching. she says, I guess you guys can see these comments too. One of my faves, and I say that completely objectively. That's from Dave's sister. I love it. Let me see. Let me get a capo. Last week I had an unusual set of 3 songs where I used no capos, no tunings, no 3-string capos. This week I'm just doing the one. I did the one open tuning song, and then this one, which is capoed. I'll leave you with this. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next week at this time. We have I've sort of opened up a Facebook music page. You know, my Facebook has really only been a profile all this time, and I've been bursting near 5,000 friends. So we had to set up a music page. So I hope you'll go over there and like it and get involved with it. Thank you. And JD has spoken about complementarity. Oh, very cool. I believe that JD has spoken about that. He's like that kind. And so that's very cool. Robert Morgan Fisher, thank you for being here. I appreciate that a lot. Another one of my really great co-writers. He says this song is so important. Yeah, I believe that. All right. No other messages from here. Just Camp Ned, remember, sign up. How about that message? And we'll leave you with this Dave Carter song. This is Gentle Arms of Eden. On a sleepy, endless ocean, when the world lay in a dream, there was rhythm in the splash and roll, but not a voice to sing. So the moon fell on the breakers, and the morning warmed the waves, till a single cell did jump and hum, for joy as though to say, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then the day shone bright and round her, till the one turned into 2, and the 2 into 10,000 things, and old things into new. Then on some virgin beachhead, one lonesome critter crawled, and he looked about and shouted out in his most astonished drawl, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then all the sky was buzzing, the ground was carpet green, and the weary children of the wood went dancing in between. And the people sang rejoicing, while the fields were glad with grain, this song of celebration from their cities on the plain. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Now there's smoke across the harbor, and there's factories on the shore, and the world is ill with greed and will, and enterprise of war. But I will lay my burdens in the cradle of your grace, in the shining beaches of your love, the sea of your embrace. Sing it with me. This is my home. This is my only home. This is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Hey everybody, thanks for being here with me. Thanks for liking and sharing, and thanks for all those tip jar things. I appreciate you. And I'll say see you next week.